Jai Jagannath, Jai Srila Prabhupada. Dantavads to all of you. So the question was, what is my experience with Mahamantra, with chanting Mahamantra? But what can I tell you? I'm a sheep. I'm around the sheep, you see. So what can a sheep tell you about Mahamantra? Or what can a Dr. Frog tell you about Mahamantra? I've been chanting it for the last 5 years, and I think it's the most extraordinary experience I've ever had in my life. I've been doing all kinds of impersonal meditation techniques. I've tried different ones, and nothing compares to that. So what was most striking about it, I think it was just in the early stages of my chanting. It was, I think, in the first month of when I started to chant 16 rounds. I remember it was in Vilnius in early morning. It was winter, dark. I was chanting at 4 o'clock in the morning, and that was very intense. And I remember that in the end of it, of the 16 round, I felt I was so connected to Krishna. I literally cried. My tears were coming out of my eyes, and then I remember I wanted to open my eyes, but I was afraid. I was on the floor. I thought that Krishna is sitting next to me. If I open my eyes, Krishna will be there in the chair. So I was really afraid to open my eyes. But I think the other experiences I had later was that when we were chanting in group, I think one of us was in Vilnius, in the small temple in Vilnius, and we were chanting mantra together with other devotees, and it was a kirtan, and I remember that there was only harmonium and someone played mridanga, but it was very intense, and all of a sudden I heard a flute, and I was like, where is that flute? Where is the flute? Where's Krish? And there was no flute, and then again it was free time. I heard the flute, and there was nobody playing the flute, and I was like, oh, Krishna is here playing with us. And another thing was I think it was in Germany a few years ago. It was in the Kirtana Mela, the first Mela was there, and I remember we were dancing like crazy for 3 hours in the evening already. It was such an ecstatic kirtan. And then we paid obeisances, we bowed down and I put my head on the floor, and I smelled such a nice smell. It was such a nice smell. I really thought this was Krishna's steps, because it was, after long dancing, you usually don't smell nice things on the floor. But this was such an amazing smell that I really thought that Krishna has, walked by, and I smelled Krishna's feet. So this is it. Haribol.